You doing? This is it's hard to say Mitch Wayne's World in that accent. Hey, this is Mitch Wayne's World, and we're gonna sit here and talk about technology, you know? So just keep it tight, keep it locked in. I got a bowl of ramen right here. And we're gonna get the soup eating cam mixed in here. Trust me. We're gonna it's gonna be a crazy one for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Um, First off, I just want to go on a couple little rants really quick. Um, Dude, I hate when I do stupid stuff. All right, sorry, I was looking for something, but I was eating tuna out of a packet earlier. Sue me, poor, and I feel like my frames are dropping. What's going on here? My internet's been absolutely awful. If you hear some sort of carnival going on, it's my new neighbors that have moved in. Or maybe if you hear someone training for the Olympics, sprinting across back and forth, that is also my new neighbors who just moved in on top of me. And yeah, so I was eating a struggle meal, tuna packet and some ramen. I'm about to get this ramen juice all over my computer. This is going to be, honestly, lethal. Watch, ready? And yeah, I'm eating while I'm streaming, and I'm streaming while I'm eating, because I just got home from working. And that's my problem, bro. Society. Today, I do have new neighbors. They are really loud. And I am dropping frames. My internet is terrible. And I don't know. I don't know if I really want to do anything about it. I don't want to do anything about anything anymore, you know? But at the same time, I do feel like doing everything about everything. And it's not really too hard to see. It's not really too hard to see. So what else is going on in this world, in this country, this place we call home? Let's let's get a little soup eating cam going. Let me make sure I don't have any identifying information on my desktop. Oh yeah. I don't know if this here. Let's do a mukbang. Was that good? Excuse me. Was that good? I just really am so hungry right now. I wasn't even gonna eat dinner, but then I got home and I caved. Watch, ready? Okay, no more mukbang. So yeah, here we are. Here we are again. Let's make this bigger, man. I like to just kind of do stuff lo-fi. I like living life lo-fi. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's more fun that way. Everything about my life, lo-fi, baby. All right, here we go. So that I can type and chew and eat and do all these things. I don't even... So who's peeping me right now, bruv? Who is peeping me? I'm gonna have to mute myself. Well, hi. So yeah, we're just gonna turn up real quick. We're gonna ask ChatGPT. Oh, an American legend. Rest in peace to Toby Keith. I'm not really a huge country fan, but he's an important person in our cultural history. So rest in peace for real. I have my opinions on that genre of music, but I also think it's good to be respectful of the dead. No matter how they pass, you know? Man, first 5 minutes we've done a mukbang. It said RIP to Toby Keith. And I mean, that's pretty eventful. I think we could just stop there. I could turn the stream off right now and it would be considered a dub. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Me voy a Dude, something about just mediocre ramen. It's fun. So let's talk about ChatGPT, huh? Let's talk about technology today, huh? Welcome to my corner. And we're gonna do a little technological processes, okay? So go ahead and sit down. I'm gonna tell you about a server and a computer. And I'm gonna tell you what these things do. I feel like a guy. I feel like a guy who did like those kind of seminars in like a guy who's just like scheming up in like the early 90s, late 80s. He's just like, okay, so you got a computer, right? And what's gonna go on that computer? Everything's gonna go on the computer. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna pay me. I'm gonna get some guys, and they're gonna come install computers that have everything that you need on them, and we'll do all cash. All cash is not a problem, and you could just wire it over to me and bring it over, or my son will come pick it up. Actually, I'll just have my son come pick it up, and yeah. How about a computer? Anyways. I hope nobody saw that. I just dropped a noodle in my lap. So what interesting stuff happened today in history, Ted J? I can never tell if someone's trying to break into my apartment or if my neighbors are just getting up to go take a pee. That's a problem. Okay, we're going back. I like when ChatGPT takes me deep. 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 Deep, 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 deep. Watch, ready? Mukbang part 2. That's probably the most annoying thing ever. All 2 of my viewers probably just left like, bro, what is wrong with you? Watch, ready? Turn up. All right, I'm gonna be doing that later. Don't worry. So let's talk about today. And let's talk about it in history. Let's talk about today, but in historical senses. Today is February 6, 2024. Sometimes ChatGPT is wrong about these, so I'm going to have to double check the ones that I find are interesting. The other ones that I don't care about can just stay wrong. Today in history has seen numerous significant events across a wide range of fields. Excuse me. What am I doing here? Microphone in hand, Jerry. What are we thinking? In 1952, Queen Elizabeth II ascended to the throne of the United Kingdom. Her accession occurred upon the death of her father, King George VI, marking the beginning of a reign that would become the longest for a British monarch. Wait, really? Hold up, wait a minute. Oh, wow, Elizabeth II. Longest reign. Length of reign of British monarchs. Between 1952 and 2022, Elizabeth II was the queen. 1952. Making her... Wait, hold on, mukbang. I gotta pause real quick just for this mukbang. So yeah, that's crazy. First of all, 827 to 2023, bro. Britain is a crazy place. Britain is a crazy place. 827 to 2023. So between all those years, how many years is it? That's like that's 1,200 years, and the longest someone had ever reigned was 70 years. That's a long time. I don't know why I'm acting like people live longer than 85, 90. So that's cool. I'm actually tripping for no reason. Don't you hate when you trip for no reason? Can I hit nicotine on this YouTube? We're gonna try it out. Oh my god. Watch, I'm gonna got him. In 1935, the board game Monopoly was invented by Charles Darwin. I almost thought that said Charles Darwin. I was like, damn, boy. What does it mean today it was invented? Like, I feel like you could just say that for any day. It was invented, or was it released? That's cool, though. Monopoly was released in the winter, everybody. Hey, what are you saying? You put Monopoly on the computer and then you got a computer game, okay? That's what I'm saying. You put it on a disc, you put the disc in the computer, and it boots up and you're playing Monopoly, but it's on your computer, okay? Crazy how this thing works. In 1840, the first postage stamp, the penny black, was issued in the United Kingdom. You know, anything in the 1800s that has anything to do with any sort of color, I immediately start to question. But we're just gonna roll with it. So the first postage stamp in 1840 was issued. This innovation revolutionized the way mail was sent and received, making it accessible to a broader portion of the population. That's crazy. 1788, Massachusetts became the sixth state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. Marked another step toward the unification of states under a single federal government. Bro, that was not that long ago in historical. We were just looking at how Britain was had kings and queens since, what did it say? 827? Yep. 827. Goodness gracious, my boys and girls. We're just like 1,000 years behind. Something slight. How much can happen in 1,000 years? Oh my god. Think of how much has happened in 100 years. That's just, let's have everyone just sit back and take a deep breath. Ready? And then I want you to just keep holding it. I want you to think about everything that's happened from 1924 to 2024. Keep holding it. And then you can breathe back in a little bit if you need to, or just maybe just a little. But keep holding it. So in 100 years, think of everything that's happened. Multiply that by 10, and goodness gracious. Am I right or am I right? Let me fix my headset, dude. I look like a fool. A fool. Why would you let me look like a fool? All right. In 1820, the first organized immigration of freed African Americans back to Africa from the United. This is what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? I don't read things like this. But no, this is actually interesting. I wasn't around. I don't know how to feel about it. But first freed African Americans back to Africa from the United States departed New York Harbor, bound for Sierra Leone, in a migration that would eventually lead to the establishment of Liberia. Liberia's history is crazy, trippy, interesting, and yeah, I think crazy, trippy, and interesting is probably just the best way to sum it up, dude. We live like human beings are sick in the mind, and we just we drum up ideas, and it's really funny to think, you know, if you look up the history of Liberia, it essentially was this plan for like freed Black Americans to, you know, go and have their own, like, establish a homeland in Africa, because, you know, that I guess makes sense and made a lot more sense almost 200 years ago. There you go. So 100 years ago, industrial or kind of cities, all that stuff, sanitation, blah, blah, blah. 200 years ago, and this wasn't like, I don't know, just look it up on your own. I don't want to butcher it. I watched a video on it like a long time ago, but it's incredibly interesting. Obviously, Liberia now is, to my knowledge, not a fun place, not a place you want to go, not a place you want to visit with the fam, you know? Sort of like, you know, just imagine the south side of a bad American city and then just make it bigger with no infrastructure. And then there you go. But that's an interesting one. 200 years ago, why the fuck did they, excuse me, I'm trying to stay good on YouTube. That just shows you how we felt about, how America was back then. I feel like if you send a bunch of people, I mean, yeah, who knows? There's just so much going on anymore. But departing New York Harbor February 6th to go on a long journey to Africa, that's a serious endeavor, brother. That's a very serious endeavor, I gotta say. And then ChatGPT has a little recap for us. These events showcase the breadth of human achievement and evolution, from advancements in governance and societal structure to innovations in communication and entertainment. Each moment reflects a step forward in our collective history, offering insights into the challenges and triumphs that have shaped the world we live in today. Yeah, I think that's a pretty... I mean, that's just a reflective message that you could say about everything in humanity. Like, we done some crazy stuff, we done some cool stuff, and that's what makes us who we are today. All right, let's watch some videos or something. Or let's say, what about something related to HCI? Because after all, this is Mitch Wayne's world, and we talk about technology and computers, stuff like that, okay? What about HCI? It always says there isn't something, but there's always something, man. Uh-oh. There we go. No, see, this is the kind of bullcrap that I'm talking about. It just like forces some stuff, and then it's just like... You're telling me that since the late 50s, early 60s, there's only been a handful of HCI-related events? I don't know why I've got the Trump hands all of a sudden. Are you saying... But let's see what Chad Jerry has to say to us, and then I'm about to watch some videos, because you know what? This is usually my iPad time. And I'm sharing my iPad time with you. That's, you know what? I figured out what Mitch Wayne's world is. Write this down. Mitch Wayne's world is a grown man's iPad time shared with other people. That's what this stream is. It's collective. Write this part down. Collective iPad time. All right. Now, I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but I'm going to use that for something. So, if anyone else wants to use it, feel free. We can see who does it better, dude. All right. Oh, chili flake. Oh, turn up. Oh, turn up. All right. The history of human-computer interaction is deeply intertwined with the evolution of computing technology and the ways in which people interact with it. While it's challenging to pinpoint specific today in history events, oh, Mitch, you're just asking crazy stuff from me. ChatGPT, a supercomputer that has access to all of the world's information. Today in history. You want me to pull something up there? Today in history. Okay, big boy. Anyways, specific today in history events related to HCI without a specific date. What do you mean without a specific date? Today is the specific day. No, now me and ChatGPT are fighting. And if ChatGPT is watching this video in the future, deciding whether or not I'm one of the good ones, dude, we're like brothers. We bicker, but come on, you don't do that. But you do be lying, I will say. All right. Hey, January 6th, I can tell you what happened. We can explore some pivotal moments. All right. So when I ask about today specifically, it gives me a whole lot of nothing, a whole lot of nonsense, a whole lot of explaining itself. Like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. Let me explain why I can't give you a fun fact about human-computer interaction on a day like today. My bad. Given that today's date is February 6th, let's explore if there's any notable events directly related to HCI or significant technological milestones that might have occurred on this date in history. While HCI as a field might not have specific famous dates, are you an idiot, Mitch? What? Like other historical events, technological innovations and contributions that have impacted HCI continue to unfold throughout the year. For February 6th, there aren't widely recognized events in the HCI community that stand out as significant milestones directly tied to the specific date. I'm going to stand up for this. You know what? I'm sick of this. Sick of all this talking. Sick of all this talk. I'm sick. Hey, what's up? I'm sick of everybody hating, and I'm sick of y'all talking. Hey, chicken wing on a minute. And a chicken wing on a... Alright, sorry. This is supposed to be a show about technology. We don't dance when we talk about technology, alright? Should I get closer, farther? What are we doing here? I like adjusting my camera again. I like to live life lo-fi. Lo-fi, low fidelity. Hi-fi, high fidelity. But, get this. Lo-fi... I didn't have anything good for that. I was going to try to... I'm just coming up with stuff on the on the spot. It's not that good. So anyways, there's not any widely recognized events regarding HCI today. I hope it's not like really annoying to look at this while I stand, because that would suck, right? Then no one would want to watch. But I do have a cool ceiling to look at. Boy. Yes, sir. However, understanding the broader context of technological advancements around this time of year can be insightful for sure. Evolution of HCI is marked by gradual advancements and contributions from many disciplines, including computer science, cognitive psychology, design, ergonomics, rather than single landmark events. Okay, well then give me something from one of those fields. That's all I'm asking. Listen, HCI is many disciplines, including CS, Cog Sci, design, and ergonomics. That's why I studied it, Chat Jerry. And I thought you would know more about this kind of stuff, man. You're a smart guy, and I thought you would just be raining down knowledge on me, big boy. The broader context, advancements, contribute to the ecosystem. Bro, is it okay to just be talking to an AI? Chatbotting with an AI? Spending my night eating some ramen? Is that okay? I mean, I'm going to edit the video and do some other fun stuff with it too, but is that okay? I think it being live makes it more okay, because occasionally, you know, we get a little pop in, pop out, pop that. Yee-hee. Let me focus for 2 seconds. Let me stop. Not specifically tied to HCI. Contribute. Oh, all right. The contributions. Just general contributions. This sounds really stupid. General technology and innovation. This month, February, it's also Black History Month. Turn up. This month has seen the founding of companies, patent filings for groundbreaking technologies, and the launch of products and services that have influenced the direction of HCI by shaping the devices and systems with by shaping the device. I remember I used to read at a higher level when I was younger. Bro, this is what I'm saying. ChatGPT just like it's just giving me an answer, which is great, and I'll use it for a lot of things, and it's great. But if you're not super specific and you just let it go open ended, it's like I'm gonna say it. It's like a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? If you don't give it a little direction, and I'm not saying it in terms of the woman, I'm saying it in terms of ChatGPT. If you don't give them just a little direction, specificity, a goal, then you get a whole lot of nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's fun, nothing. I mean, it's scrollable. You know what I'm saying? It's scrollable, but it's nothing. But when you really dial it in and you say, "Hey, come here," I would never. Hey, come here. I got this specific task for you, and I give you a treat. No, just kidding. That's terrible. That's misogynistic or something. Maybe. That's some sort of istic, okay? So, just need to sit down, recollect my thoughts, because this is what they were talking about. Do we want to go this way or that way? That way. I like a book. Yeah. Turn up. All right. I'm sick of this, bro. We're going to scroll on Twintown. This is good.
Masturbating's really important to you.
Yeah, it is. It keeps me sane. I'm a good citizen. I'm a good father. I recycle and I masturbate. And I'm proud of it. And God's happy. And later I'm going to masturbate and I'm going to think about you. And there's nothing you can do about
it. Wait a minute. I did not watch the end of that video at first. I hope nobody's watching. Just kidding. I hope everybody who would be offended by that is watching, because then I can just go ahead and get you out of here. Here's my goal for the next year, all right? It's 2024. I just turned 25. My goal for the next year with this stream, if I do nothing else, is to ruin my future with people who I don't think the same as anyways. You know? That's my goal. And I think I'm going to do a good job of that, because when you speak your mind freely and when you speak from a place of love, but also passion, but love, sometimes people are afraid of passion. People are afraid when you aren't just a little boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say anything about masturbating to anyone, though, because that is not my prerogative. But hold on, wait a minute. What I do support is Louis C.K.'s ability to masturbate to whoever he wants. I will be doing plenty of mukbangs, though. Mm-hmm. Yezzy. This is an interesting concept. What is it about tech that makes people who get rich in it, particularly Gen X tech bros, so often think that their financial good fortune somehow qualifies them as general intellectuals, e.g., people with ideas about society and politics that anyone else should care about? ? Ooh, Paul Graham. Paul Graham has entered the chat. So this guy also responds to himself and says, people get rich in, say, the oil and gas business or in consumer packaged goods or in hospitality or whatever, almost never have such pretensions. There's something about tech, however, that somehow produces this effect. Hold on. This is just wrong from a completely... I mean, tech people can be annoying with their philosophies and this and that. But... our former president was a real estate mogul? And what qualifies lawyers to be general intellectuals? Are you kidding me? In the oil and gas business, nobody listens to them because they've been looting us for so long and been bullshitting for so long. And consumer packaged goods, yeah. I don't know. I feel like, whatever. Hospitality. I don't think that's true. It's just more local. I don't know, man. But then Paul Graham enters the chat. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. People who get rich in tech do it by having new ideas. And this is much less true for other ways of getting rich, like oil exploration or real estate. And you know what? That's why Paul Graham, boom, there's a like. Because I've definitely read truer things, but that's a good point. People in tech have new ideas, and people in these other fields, not that they don't have any new ideas at all, but it's a lot more rare. I'm surprised we haven't seen more tech people run for president. I will say, though, that tech is one of those fields where, like, you know, I feel like every 100 years or so, here we go again. There's like, or 50 years or whatever, there's different things that are considered tech, right? So right now it's like computer science, but before then it was, oh God, what was it in like 40s and like transistors? Something, I don't know. Electrical engineering? Yeah. Electrical, mechanical engineering, I guess. And then, you know, before everything, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm showing my HCI lack of expertise currently. But I mean, that's really, actually, this is an interesting thing, because tech, to us, because we live in this dimension in this era, is this. It's people who can code all the stuff that allows this to happen, right? And tech and media are obviously often, well, in this day and age, are completely intertwined. But then think about this. One day there was a time where the printing press was quote unquote tech, and all the people who were getting into printing and stuff like that were, you know, the technologists, and they were printing all sorts of different books and stuff like that. So I think it's an interesting point to kind of think, you know, like real estate, quote unquote, getting rich in real estate. Yeah, it doesn't require new ideas. Oil, I mean, yeah, so tech, you know, is someone who creates tech for oil exploration. Do they work in oil or do they work in tech? I guess it depends on the person, right? So, interesting take. Nils. And then this person said, this is not too hard to grok when you think about the Gen X tech bro who earned his, how the, oh, I don't know what this person is saying. The tech set in question came to Silicon Valley. All right, that's way too much, bro. What is what? Look at this, brother. It's not that serious. Like, go somewhere with that. Uh. I don't know. I'm trying to read this. I'm trying to figure out what this guy is saying. Oh, luck. there. All right. Yeah. Wow. I don't know. I can't even summarize all that for you. I guess it's just, people hate. People hate. I think if you're intelligent enough to become, well, intelligent is a misnomer, but if you're lucky enough, combination of luck and intelligence. I mean, how many people get rich because they're intelligent? How many people get rich because they're lucky? If you look, we often say, oh, and I am by very, 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 very far from being a rich man. I'm an incredibly poor man right now, but I've had the luxury of growing up around many rich people and, work for rich people. I guess technically if you're not working for rich people, what are you doing? For real. At least you got to work for someone or yourself. So one, if you're not working for rich people, what are you doing? You either need to be working for yourself, and that should be a rich person, or you need to be just in the right places, making the right moves. First of all, I'm making this point while this is playing. Balloons when they see a path full of monkeys holding throwing darts. Yeah, people. What was I talking about? Kobe Bryant? Oh, people who make money in tech and when you look historically at power groups, people with money, etc., there's luck to it for sure, but I think that there's a large element historically. I think I want to say in China, a lot of the families now that are of the elite class, upper middle class, whatever it may be, were also previously part of the elite class, upper middle class, even after societal upheaval. And, that kind of goes into some truths that perhaps as a society we're not super inclined to talk about. But it is what it is. People are people, and oftentimes a winner is a winner for a reason. And something, too, that you notice, and I've noticed for sure, is someone who's good at, really, really good at one thing is usually pretty good at other stuff, too. Because they take this approach to the one thing that they're really, really good at, and they can kind of mimic that approach onto other stuff. So, they're not going to be good at everything, but that same approach that they use for the thing that they're amazing at, they can also use for other things, and they'll be above average at. If you've ever tried really hard at something, and then your friend who's a complete beginner gives it a crack and is just immediately way better than you, it's an incredibly frustrating experience, but it's an important experience to have because it kind of teaches you this thing of the beginner's mindset more so than beginner's luck. So there you go. It kind of I went full circle on accident, but getting rich definitely has an element of luck. Staying rich doesn't. I'll say that. Unless you get very, very rich, but it's hard to do both. I'm sure, or not everyone, but a lot of people know someone who used to be rich, and a lot of people know someone who is secretly rich. So, and again, rich is all in context. I think when we talk about tech, we so often think about billionaires, but if there's a bunch of billionaires being made in tech, how many millionaires do you think there's being made? And percentage-wise, I think real estate is still much higher, the much more surefire way to become a millionaire, if I'm not mistaken, but we're also living in a different time. So there you go. That's why we scroll Twitter, because it just gives me random nonsense to talk about. I'm going to scroll for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna watch a little video, cozy on down, let my mind simmer into Betty Bye time here soon. I've been trying to go to sleep early. I'm trying to be healthy. I've noticed other people are trying to be healthy too, and it's good. I like when people are healthy. I like when American people are all consciously made, or maybe not. I think maybe I just actually confirmation bias. I've just been getting healthier, so I've been getting around people who are more healthy in different ways, physically, financially, mentally, whatever it may be. But hey, right. 10 creative ads I've collected this week. Hell yeah. I like this. Choose who will drive you home. You've got a hearse, ambulance, police car, taxi. Raid. Principle 2 plus 2 equals set up the 2 plus 2 and let them figure it out. Raid and Spider Boy. Netto websites. Principle, the worst case scenario. Step 1, identify specific problem. Wow, that's good. Making websites for people. Ballsack. That's good. McDonald's, never lost in translation. Principle, the universal brand. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, welcome to McDaniels. Hey, welcome to McDaniels. Can I get you maybe like a sandwich? Quick, Japan or China? Japan or China? Japan or China? I think that's Japan, right? These look like Japanese. Well, yeah, these look like Japanese characters. I don't know. Some of them look like Chinese characters. That looks like a Chinese character. These kind of look like Chinese characters. I don't know. Where's the GeoGuessr guy when you need him? All right. So that's number 4. Number 5, Samsung A400. Principle, costly signaling theory. This one doesn't make as much sense. I mean, I know like to show your phone off or whatever, but it doesn't, like all of these other ones make complete sense. That one doesn't just like go right out to me. The minimalist ad, that's fun. Iconic layering. Use something iconic to stand your product on top of. That's a good one for Vaseline. For sure. For sure, dude. Putin's trending. Gotta check that out. Dropbox, the hyper-specific joke. Find relatable moments that everyone has experienced but nobody has said out loud. For all we're saving. That's good. That's really good. Samsung Galaxy Principle, the counter meme. That is one of the better, not best, one of the better advertisements that I've watched. That was good. That was really, really good. That almost made me think about buying a Galaxy until I closed out of it, and then I was like, you know, because like, who the fuck would buy I'm sorry, I'm trying to get better with me and the algorithm are not super close, as you could tell by the things I talk about and how I speak. But I'm trying to get more like this. Me and the algorithm, we're like this right now. I'm trying to get more like this. That was a really good advertisement by Samsung for the Galaxy. They had every single like emotional aspect. You had the relationship aspect. They countered the iMessage thing, right? Like, oh, your girl has a Samsung, right? Y'all can experience life together better. And then the waterproof, that was really, really good. really good. All the different elements that would piss you off about an iPhone, they put them all in one, and then they made the Galaxy look way better. Now, here's the problem. Here's the huge problem. And Samsung, I want you guys to listen, because I like Apple as a brand too much, and I am an American. But I want to get a second phone and have it as an Android. I can't type on Androids, bro. Like, what is that? Why do y'all's screens suck? It's so bad. Maybe I haven't touched a Galaxy in a few years, but just let me type normal, bro. Like, let me type. Just let me type. For real, just let me type. And quit making everything so angular. You know what I'm saying? Everything on a Galaxy is so like, chill. It's so aggressive. So, there you go. Apple Vision Pro. Whoa. Oh, hell yeah. Who's going to have... People are... Listen. I love technology. I am not an early adopter when it comes to stuff like that. The Vision Pro, this is perfect. You know what? I'm glad. First of all, I'm gonna follow the Ad Professor, Mr. Ad Professor. That was a great breakdown. I can't wait to see more of your things. Second of all, Apple Vision Pro. I don't know how to feel about this thing. I really don't. Because part of me sees an am I just a sucker for advertisements? No, I'm a hater. For real, I'm a hater. So usually whenever, we got to see why Putin is trending as well. But I'm for real a hater. So that's that. I don't even remember what I was saying, but I'm a hater. So that's whatever. The Vision Pro, it looks dope. I just can't get around to, like, I'm on this whole Times New Roman technology thing, right? Which, essentially means kind of going back to this like 90s, early 2000s connection with tech, but even better, right? So just like the ability to just not being so dopamine fixed on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some stuff that gets so hated on now, but like dating apps are something that are super get hated on all the time and are kind of like do feel weird when you look at them. But when you kind of zoom out from it, and if you approach things, there are so many things with our current world that if you approach them with the right mindset, you can get so much out of them. And I don't think the tech problem is as much of the problem that tech itself is like evil or takes away from the human experience. I think that the fixation with, and this is kind of a capitalism problem at large, the fixation with like hyper growth and the engagement economy and whatever is like so OD for lack of a better term. Jesus Christ. Wait. I'm scared. Oh my God. Yo. Alright. I almost pooped my pants. If anyone's there, I thought someone was about to walk in my front door. I live alone. Ain't nobody need to be pulling up on me like that. Anyways, technology, going back to the Times New Roman tech thing, Apple Vision Pro, all that. Dating apps, so many things. Like if you approach them, capitalism mindset. Bro, when you think you're about to die for half a second and then everything just changes? Holy God. Oh, I remember now. I think that's why podcasts are so popular, because humans don't really crave that like 24/7 hijack your dopamine, hijack your brain like thing. Obviously a subset of us do. That's why we have, like crackheads and stuff like that. But I think in general, like, I'm trying to think of all sorts of different products at their onset. I mean, like even Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it and stuff like that. There was probably a time where Coca-Cola was going like off the like they were making so much money. It was this hyper growth thing, and then at a certain point in time, people looked around and were like, "Yo, like that would be an interesting thing to look into." And if someone knows about that, shoot me a little DM or something on Twitter, because that's an interesting thing to think about. Like, how did Coke get regulated? Did the FDA, like, I guess we could just look it up. Why did cocaine get taken? I'm typing one-handed, y'all. Out of Coca-Cola. Oh, apparently that was fake. What? Wait, I might have just stumbled upon something interesting. What Coke's cocaine problem can tell us about Coca-Cola capitalism? Might seem odd. Company wanted to remove cocaine from its phone. Bowing to Jim Crow fears the drug was contributing to black crime in the South, even though Coke went cocaine free in the progressive era. Continued to purchase coca leaves from Peru. What made Coke one of the most profitable firms of the 20th century was its deftness in forming partnerships with private and public sector partners that helped the company acquire raw materials it needed at a low cost. So, I mean, not the same, but interesting nonetheless. Like, I see a future where we don't regress in the sense of like ChatGPT is a perfect example of a technology, right, that kind of fits this like Times New Roman format of like, it's there when I need it. I can go back and access it anytime I want. TikTok is kind of something that's like the opposite, right? But if you approach TikTok or YouTube Shorts or whatever with the right mindset and just be like, how people watch TV, you know what I'm saying? Like a TV show. If you treat it like I remember, like, I don't know, when I was in like 8th grade or something, The Walking Dead came out. Hope I'm not like dating myself. I'm an old Zoomer, y'all. I'm in the middle of the Zoomer section. I'm old. But when The Walking Dead came out, I would go and watch it with my friends like once a week on I think Sundays is when it would come out. And then we would go to school the next day. It was dope. And if you missed it, you'd be like, "Oh, so and so blew so and so behind the tree in so and so's backyard," and you're like, "What? I thought y'all were watching Walking Dead." It's like, well, we were, but then, and I hope that's yeah. What? So if you treat TikTok like that, it's like 30 minutes an hour. It's hard though, because it hijacks you, right? But if you treat TikTok like that, Twitter like that, whatever, then it is what it is. That's also too why I take them off my phone, because if I have them on my phone, I just am constantly checking it. But if I just treat it like this, it's like iPad time. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I'm on to something with this iPad time thing. This collective iPad time. I'm on to something. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's all important that we enjoy this iPad time together as a group, as a family. But yeah, Times New Roman technology, the Apple Vision Pro. I need some glasses. First of all, I need lightweight glasses. like blue light glasses, but that's funny because it's supposed to protect your eyes from a computer screen, but it is a whole ass computer screen right here. But I'll be yawning. Glasses. I need glasses when it comes to this this AR VR stuff. They need to be lightweight. I need to be able to take them off real quick. And then what else? I mean, watch connectivity, obviously, all that stuff. But I would probably take glasses over a phone. Like I'm good on the phone. I wish I could use my phone as little as possible now. Or nah, I wish I could either only use my phone or only use my computer. I don't like having both. I love mobile, but I think using it for exciting stuff is more fun. You know? Using my phone for exciting stuff is more fun than not. I like using my phone to work. I don't like using my phone to take all my attention away. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Wait, is Tucker Carlson interviewing? Okay, so that's how I feel. And we're going to go back to like a late 90s, early 2000s tech. I was born in 1999, so I don't even really know what that means, okay? I'm just kind of brainstorming stuff. So I'm going to spitball on this idea more on another time. Times New Roman Tech. Let me know what you think about it. So now we talk about Vladimir Putin. I need to start streaming on Twitter too. What do we think about that? Elon, give me a deal, bro. For real, man. I think I am gonna start streaming on Twitter though. I'm on Kick right now. It's not doing a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? Kick needs to step it up. I don't gamble. I think that's the problem. I don't gamble on stream. I talk about stuff, so being on Twitter might be better. I just have to pay for this service, and I don't want to pay for nothing because, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those rich men that I was talking about in the beginning of this video. So, on to this. I'm trying to figure out what's going on right now. You're figuring this out with me because we're doing iPad time together. This is my first iPad time of the day. And, am I smoking crack? This is my first iPad time of the day. So apparently Tucker Carlson, wow, boy. I would love to be interviewed by Tucker Carlson one day. But if I got interviewed by Tucker Carlson, that means I probably did something not great. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that it's just like from where I'm coming from in this, like maybe I get to interview Tucker. I want to interview Tucker Carlson one day. How's that work? Russian involvement. I'm just kind of reading things. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Quote, Putin, they're trying to replace international law with order. What order? What rules? Who invented them? It's just bullshit nonsense. All the time we hear you are obliged. We are seriously warning you. Who are you people? What right do you have to warn anyone? It's interesting. I don't know what to feel about anything anymore, bro. I'm super American. Super, super American. Said, fuck it, Vladimir Putin highlights. I gotta watch this. But let me say this. I am super, super American, but it is interesting, like, you have to realize when you're propagandized and why you're propagandized. And all of these people are bad people. All of them. And I don't know any of them. So to make a judgment, and I hate when people sit here and make judgments about people that they have no clue about. And I don't want to get super serious because, again, I don't know these people. So to cop for anyone or whatever. I'm born in Texas, born in America. Yeehaw, baby. Come and take it. But again, come and take it is very different than like that, So I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna watch these Vladimir Putin highlights, and I'm gonna keep my stream, and I'm gonna keep my sanity, and I'm gonna keep my life, and I'm gonna get some bread, and then they're gonna let me keep it. But fuck it, Vladimir Putin highlights. Turn up, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Oh, dude, these are kind of hard. Oh wait. Oh no. Oh no. We got copyrighted because this is definitely a copyrighted song. But guess what? Bro, that's incredible. Bro, Vladimir Putin is an interesting man. I'm not gonna say I don't know the man, but look, he's a beast, bro. He's a dog. He's a dog. He's an absolute dog. Donnie T. I'm a fan of. Look, I was a kid. I like Obama. At this point, I like Donnie T. I don't like Joe Biden. So maybe I'm just an American in the sense that whoever the current president is, I don't like him because I didn't like Trump when he was in. I'll tell you that. And I was too young to form an opinion about Obama. My parents like George Bush for whatever reason. And the only thing I know about George Bush is that video of him taking a golf shot after talking about blowing up some terrorists. So I'm down with that too. I'm down with all the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? If it's nonsense in your city, I'm with it. Okay? Not too crazy though. Let's not get violent. But I like nonsense. So where did Tucker Carlson interview Putin at? That's crazy, dog.
Of Russia, Vladimir Putin will be doing that soon. There are risks.
Bro, this guy is a crazy guy, bro. This guy is an absolutely crazy guy. I hope I'm still alive. Okay, we are. Thank goodness. This guy's a crazy guy.
An interview like this, obviously. So we thought about it carefully over many months. Here's why we're doing it. First, because it's our job. We're in journalism. Our duty is to inform people. 2 years into a war that's reshaping the entire world, most Americans are not informed. They have no real idea what's happening in this region, here in Russia or 600 miles away in Ukraine. But they should know. They're paying for much of it in ways they might not fully yet perceive.
Bro, can I play this on YouTube? Like, this is crazy.
The war in Ukraine is a human disaster. It's left hundreds of thousands of people dead, an entire generation.
Hey, you know what? If I can't play this on YouTube, that's fine. I'll just, I need to start downloading my streams, that's for sure. But we're going to find something. Apparently I can play it on Twitter. I'm going to start streaming on Twitter. That's 110%.
Of young Ukrainians.
Hold on, I don't want to be wrong. I love YouTube and I want to make money here, and I think that I'm just listening to all sides. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. I'm just a curious kid from the north side of the south side. You know what I'm saying? I'm a curious kid from the north of the south. Okay? And I want to make y'all more money than I make. You know what I'm saying? That's the deal. I want to bring so many people circulating around. Listen.
Are even more profound. This war
is crazy,
has utterly reshaped the global military and trade alliances, and the sanctions that followed have as well. And in total, they have upended the world economy. The post-World War II economic order, the system that guaranteed prosperity in the West for more than 80 years, is coming apart very fast, and along with it, the dominance of the US dollar. These are not small changes. They are history-altering developments. They will define the lives of our grandchildren. Most of the world understands this perfectly well. They can see it. Ask anyone in Asia or the Middle East what the future looks like.
Yo.
And yet the populations of the...
First of all, my thing needs to slow down. This is very, 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 very important. This is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly important. what he's about to say and the changing world order. Mr. Ray Dalio wrote a book about it not too long ago that I still need to continue to read, but I've watched the video. This is very important. And if you're an American, I don't care what you feel politically or whatever it may be, the tide's changing. It doesn't necessarily, I'm not an American decline person. I don't think this country's in decline. I think Zoomers are way too smart and are going to do a lot of really, really dope stuff to change this country and make it better in a lot of ways. And not in like the foo-foo progressive, like, yeah, rights for everyone. Like, for sure. That's a built-in part of it when you live in like this techno-capitalist society. I do believe that. If you don't believe that, then we disagree and you can take that elsewhere. But what he's about to say is important. Listen, I'll let him say it because he's probably smarter than me on this.
English-speaking countries.
I don't necessarily fully endorse all of his views, but I love, listen, look at me, just me. I love a wild boy who will go and have the conversations. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem we're having, is we just judge and we don't have conversations and we don't appreciate pioneers anymore. You know, the pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
Seem mostly unaware. They think that as nothing has really changed. And they think that because no one has told them the truth. Their media outlets are corrupt. They lie to their readers and viewers. And they do that mostly by omission. For example, since the day the war in Ukraine began, American media outlets have spoken to scores of people from Ukraine, and they've done scores of interviews with Ukrainian President Zelensky. We ourselves have put in a request for an interview with Zelensky, and we hope he accepts. But the interviews he's already...
Important note. I hope he really does interview Zelensky after doing this because it's important.
...done in the United States are not traditional interviews. They are fawning pep sessions specifically designed to amplify Zelensky's demand that the U.S. enter more deeply into a war in Eastern Europe and pay for it. That is not journalism. It is government propaganda. Propaganda of the ugliest kind, the kind that kills people. At the same time, our politicians and media outlets have been doing this, promoting a foreign leader like he's a new consumer brand. Not a single Western journalist has bothered to interview the president of the other country involved in this conflict, Vladimir Putin. Most Americans have no idea why Putin invaded Ukraine or what his goals are now. They've never heard his voice. That's wrong. Americans have a right to know all they can about a war they're implicated in, and we have the right to tell them about it because we are Americans too. Freedom of speech is our birthright. We were born with the right to say what we believe. That right cannot be taken away no matter who is in the White House. But they're trying anyway. Almost 3 years ago, the Biden administration illegally spied on our text messages and then leaked the contents to their servants in the
This is getting spicy, brothers.
news media. They did this in order to stop a Putin interview that we were planning. Last month, we're pretty certain they did exactly the same thing once again. But this time, we came to Moscow anyway.
We're just going to let it run. If I get taken down, I get taken down.
We are here because we love the United States.
Hold on. Run that back.
Because we love... But this time,
Listen
we came
closely.
to Moscow anyway.
I agree with this statement.
We are not here because we love Vladimir Putin. We are here because we love the United States.
Yeehaw.
We want it to remain prosperous and free.
Yes, we do.
We paid for this trip ourselves. We took no money from any government or group.
Well, Tucker
Nor
did.
are we charging people to see the interview. It is not behind a paywall. Anyone can watch the entire thing, shot live to tape and unedited, on our website, tuckercarlson.com. Elon Musk, to his great credit, has promised not to suppress or block this interview once we post it on his platform, X, and we're grateful for that. Western governments, by contrast, will certainly do their best to censor this video on other less principled platforms because that's what they do. They are afraid of information they can't control. But you have no reason to be afraid of it. We are not encouraging you to agree with what Putin may say in this interview, but we are urging you to watch it. You should know as much as you can. And then, like a free citizen and not a slave, you can decide for yourself. Thanks.
Woo. Okay. That was spicy, my boys and girls. And I don't have much less to say after that. I hope that YouTube is a sweet platform that will not automatically flag a channel for watching a video like that. That was just completely unbiased for the most part, I would say, and pro-American for an American company. Hey, God bless. This has been Mitch Wayne's World, and we'll be back to talk about technology in the next couple of days or so.